I've had really on and off experiences with keeping momentum going, especially lately just in regards to making these videos, but just in a lot of things that I kind of get a burst of energy and can kind of pump a lot of stuff out all at once. But unless I keep it up, unless I can keep up the momentum, I tend to fizzle out relatively quickly. I think that's probably a relatively common issue. That's the whole kind of the classic example is New Year's resolution to go to the gym more or whatever. Just something you kind of make a plan. I'm going to kind of start creating this habit, which is just going to start having some momentum doing this thing that I would like to be doing more often. And it can be, sometimes it's difficult to start, sometimes it's not too hard to start something because it's new. You can just get right into it. You don't have a lot of hang-ups about it. And you start it, you get some momentum going, and it's easy to keep it going while you keep it going. And once you stop or once you slow down, it's much harder to keep going. And that's been something I've been struggling with a little bit, very, very on and off with my momentum. Lately, I have been filming these videos on a day off where I don't have work, and I will just go out and usually I'll just plan on making one video. I'll get up and I'll leave in the morning, I'll go out and I'll find a spot and I'll make a video. And that's usually the plan. And usually I'll say I'll make one, then I'll go home and I'll continue doing whatever else I'm gonna do that day. But what ends up happening is once I make that first video, which is usually like a bit of a bumpy start, I usually don't articulate myself well. I'm kind of struggling to find a video topic. But once I make that first video, I have a little bit of momentum going, and I feel better about making another one. It doesn't feel like such a struggle to start, so I'll make another one. And after that, I'll feel even better, and I'll often make another one. And I'll do 3 or 4 just in a day, and usually just back to back right after each other. And they just get easier as I go. So I've been doing that, and then I'll kind of edit them relatively quickly. And I will set them all up to upload a couple days apart. And I've been thinking, oh, this is actually a lot easier than I expected to be making several videos, because I'm not starting and stopping with each video. There's not this kind of long psych myself up, startup type period with each one. I have to do that for the first video, and then I just have some momentum to keep going. And then I'll have maybe at least a week's worth of videos all set to upload. No more work required. I already know I have consistent uploads already set up for the next week or 2. And then what ends up happening is if I don't keep it up, which I usually don't, I'll do that maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. And then I'll stop. I'll lose the momentum, and I will have to restart another day to build the momentum back. But it's been such a struggle to even restart. And maybe 2 weeks ago, I filmed 4 videos in a day with that momentum going, and the final one just uploaded today. that I had done then. And all during this period, while these videos are being uploaded, I have kind of a backstock. You know, I feel like I'm on top of it, I'm ahead of it. And I could have filmed at any time during that period to stay on top of it, but I lost my momentum and I just wasn't able to start. And now I have that last video uploaded today. I have no more backlog. I'm no longer ahead of it, and I will be behind it as far as the consistency I'd like to be. I'd like to have putting these videos out. So I thought, well, I didn't really use the momentum when I could, except for that first day, and now I've waited too long. And every day I wait, I feel like I just lose a little bit more steam to keep going. And I thought today I really just need to make at least one video, and I'll probably make more after this, to just keep it going again. And I've mostly been thinking about momentum as far as me just making these videos, but it's generally how I operate with a lot of things. You know, I'll get into the mood of working on some music recordings, and I'll kind of get it out relatively fast. I'll have ideas, I'll be excited about it, I'll start arranging it, I'll start putting it all together, and it's fun to kind of see it all, my ideas all come together into a tangible form. And if I keep going, it feels somewhat effortless. I can just, you know, keep on building on what I've done before. And I try to keep that momentum going at least until I finish that current project. And usually that's what I do. Sometimes it's not. Like I've made several recordings that I'd like to make a music video for. And I started filming the music video for one of them. And this was probably at least a month ago. And I filmed a music video, meaning I'm just recording myself playing all the parts. I'm gonna put it all together into a video. And I recorded everything except for one part, the drum part, which is the part that I need a little bit more practice on to get a good take recording it. So I filmed all of that, I think, just in 2 days, and I had the steam going, and then I stopped because I was at a slightly more difficult part, and I just never picked it back up again. And now it's been at least a month since I've done that. So I just have that project that I started so quickly, I almost finished, and I just kind of let it get away from me. And now I feel even less interest in going back to that and finishing that, which sucks because I had already done almost all of the work for it. I've already recorded everything, I've done most of the videos, I just need to finish one more part and then edit it together. But I just lost that momentum, and I'm having such a hard time getting back on it, and I just don't even want to. I'd like it to be finished, but I don't really want to kind of restart and get back going again. And I think if I had just kept it going until I finished, once I had first started it, I would have finished it a long time ago with relatively little effort. And I feel like it's easy to just make things harder on yourself by letting it get away from you. I think once you don't always have to feel in the mood to be doing something, but when you are in the mood for it, I think that's the perfect time to get started on it and to keep going until you finish it, if you can. But those times that I don't and I just lose the momentum, it just becomes such a slog to get back on it. So that's at least been my experience with as far as just this creating things, kind of artistic type stuff. So I'd like to be a little bit better about it, just more consistent, not let so much time pass between each thing that I'm doing, try and keep it a little bit closer together, because that's just when it's the easiest to do for me. And I would like things to be as easy as possible.